So let's continue our hopeful plea for Dallo and Porro to do well tomorrow. Now, Palace versus Tottenham. Palace always so far this season at home, they actually haven't done too badly. They gave Liverpool a test. Okay, they weren't thrashed by West Ham. They've been creating chances at home. I just don't think it's very likely Spurs keep a clean sheet. I believe Mateta will start as they will start. But listen, I'm all for a scrappy game because it minimises the chances of Spurs attackers doing well. Ideally, I need Solanke to blank. Ideally, I need Johnson to blank. The likes of Madison, Kulusevski, and hopefully Son doesn't blank. But that's fine. It's a tough ask. I'm not too bothered. I just want points from Porro. An assist, a free kick, a corner, whatever, a goal, clean sheet. I need some assists. And I put Porro in for this spell of 4 games. So far, not so good. Tottenham conceded against West Ham. But the thing is, Porro and Dallo, they're very active in the game. They can score, they can pop up with goals, they can shoot. You know, Dallo had a 1-on-1 against Flecken the other week. So that's what it is. I shouldn't really have Dallo in my team, to be honest. Again, I explained my story of Gameweek. What was it? Gameweek 8 calamity. An evil spirit took my phone and minus several points from transfers, which wasn't very good. Anyway, Dallo against West Ham again. It's not away from home against a team that is, good attack. No kudos though. I'm not expecting a clean sheet. But United, they're playing. They've got a rugged defence. I don't know. I think we do know Ten Hag's style. It's just not pretty. It's ugly. It's a bit rough. It's not smooth on transitions. But sometimes when they click in the attack, they do click okay with the Garnacho, with Fernandes, a couple of key passes, Rashford cutting in a little bit of shots, Højlund now opening up some more spaces. Diallo when he plays is quite exciting, but still United are lacking any sort of real philosophy or identity to their football, which is why they're picking up really random draws here and there. It's why they don't know how to control the game. They don't know what to do when they're leading, when they fall behind. They don't really know what to do. Ten Hag is lost man, in my opinion. He seems to be very positive, and they got thrashed by Tottenham. That was with 10 men, but they have kept a few clean sheets this season. So I think he's just trying to create positive spirit. And Dallo for sure, yeah, please go ahead, get an assist against West Ham. I'll be very sad if we get 2 points. The worst thing is obviously Tottenham and United winning 3-1. That'll be the worst results. Dallo and Porro nothing. So if I didn't have them both, I'm pretty sure they would do something. I'm pretty sure of it. But look, they both have 2 home games in their next 2 fixtures, so I don't know what to expect. You can't really expect much from defenders this season, so I think if you just have the attitude of whatever the fuck they want to do, then let them do it. The likes of Gvardiol are pretty much a certainty. I do think City will keep clean sheets in time. Obviously, the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool are pretty much certainties. They have been this season. I should have had Liverpool defender more often. I did have Robertson. I took him out last week, and he didn't keep a clean sheet in all fairness, but the big guys, you can't go wrong with them. The City, Arsenal, it was inevitable they keep clean sheets, and to be fair, United have also kept clean sheets, but away from home to West Ham is a tough one. Again, West Ham similar situation to Palace. They want to impress their fans. They need the fans, so maybe the pressure on both these teams would also actually harm them or harm their confidence in front of goal. I'm just theorising. Sanchez, I don't expect much from Newcastle, but obviously that's a big game for me as a player who doesn't have Palmer right now, who doesn't have Jackson. So it will be a tough one to avoid. I don't mind Palmer scoring as long as Salah delivers. I haven't seen many teams with Salah and Palmer in it, so listen, if Salah wants to do well at Arsenal way, he can do that. I do expect some goals. I do expect a ferocious game, high intensity, and that very much suits Mohamed Salah on penalties as well. For sure, it'll be a changed Arsenal defensive line, so hopefully there'll be space for Salah to exploit, and it normally is away at the Emirates. So let's hope Salah could do well. Brace would be great. A goal is good. If I can get 20 points from these players, that would be good. Realistically, that could involve a clean sheet, maybe 6 points for Dallo, a goal for Salah, that would be, and a few bonus, that could be 10, that's 16, and then Sanchez and Porro 20 points. That shouldn't be too bad. So let's hope for a good ending to this game week 9. I have a couple of plans, but Calvert-Lewin is a real headache. I don't want this fucking shit twat in my team. He was awful. I should have put Visser in, but I was just a bit weird trying to put Mbeumo and Visser in. It's very much reliance. Not someone who tends to do that in my fantasy style. I've never gone with. I've always had variety. So that's an interesting one that I should think about. And sometimes I may have to change it up, having two players from a mid-table team that's very attacking. Look how many goals Brentford score, especially from home. It's absolutely mental. And Vista is a very, very clinical player who's very active. He works hard. But Calvert-Lewin just jogs around waiting for his next modelling stint. So fuck him. So Mbeumo delivered. So yeah, 20 points minimum from these guys, 25 at a push. There's no, I could get clean sheets from Porro, Dallo, Rambo, each 7 points. Sanchez could keep a clean sheet home to Newcastle. Newcastle will defend. Chelsea will be on the front foot. Alexander Isak is back, Gordon's back, so it should be very interesting. Big clubs, big atmosphere. Chelsea want to get back to winning ways after defeat at Anfield. They've got very strong ambitions this year. They could start slowly because of that game against Panathinaikos, but Palmer didn't play, Jackson didn't play, Madueke didn't play, Sanchez didn't play. So we'll see what happens. I do expect goals in the Super Sunday, probably a minimum of 12 goals I expect. So we'll see. If United want to shithouse a draw away to West Ham, 0-0, that's fine. But yeah, I need clean sheets. Mohamed Salah can do well. He's got to match whatever Palmer does. Tough game, obviously Arsenal away. 1 minute I think we're the favourites. The next minute Arsenal could win. The next minute we could easily win maybe 5-1 or something. It could be a record game. The next minute I'm thinking it could be a draw 2-2. But I think these are the types of games Salah does do well in. So still not that highly owned amongst people in the high ranks. Not many people have Haaland and Salah. Loads of Bukayo Saka, loads of Palmer and Haaland, obviously. So yeah, Salah by all means can help my rank. So yeah, let's go. Let's hope for big points tomorrow. I really kind of just need those consistent points heading into game week 10 and 11. I'm probably going to roll for next week. I don't need to make any transfers. The Southampton away, it's just one of those where hopefully two football teams that are pretty crap play and score some goals, and hopefully Calvert-Lewin's on the end of it. Don't really care. If he blanks Southampton away, he's going straight out my team. I'll have 2 transfer game week 11. I am thinking right now about the potential of Haaland. But if people want to take him out, that's fine. I'll just keep him in if people decide to take him out because he's still an elite player. So I am thinking maybe it could be time to ship him out soon, but not before Bournemouth away and Brighton away, in which there will be space for Haaland. But even still, he's a goal threat every single game. But he does need to improve. It is hard for him because the players around him are not, they're not De Bruyne's. Foden is struggling slightly. There's no, Doku and Grealish, Pep can't decide. So we'll see, and there's no Rodri to just really dominate things. So maybe taking Haaland out could be interesting because Rodri is so different in his role, and it's like it's Kovacic is good on the ball, he's good at dictating play, but Rodri is another level, and when Rodri scans the pitch, it creates havoc for defenders because they don't know what Rodri is capable of. And he's that pinnacle, he's that nucleus, which really just allows the ecosystem of the City attack to flow and all of its business. So we're going to have to monitor Haaland's performances against Bournemouth away and Brighton away. We'll monitor what we see. Anytime City at home is a good game, and City home in big fixtures are also pretty good for Haaland. Spurs at home, Arsenal at home, Chelsea home, United home. So it tends to be the kind of the mid-table sides that have good attacks, good defence, and they're willing to defend with intensity that do well against City. So we'll see. But Brighton and Bournemouth, they're not the strongest defences. They never have been the strongest defences. And we will hopefully anticipate what goes on in midweek. And hopefully Foden as well is another big midfielder of mine. Differential probably for the next 2 game weeks. So we will hope to see Foden just start games, and then we can pray something happens. But it's a bit eerie at the minute. It's a bit eerie. We're going to have to wait and see. So yeah, we'll hope. But I really need more points. Just need points. So yeah, up the fucking Reds. Most importantly, we've got to fucking beat the Arsenal. So yeah, up the Reds. We're going to win. Salah hat-trick. Suck my fucking fantasy points because they're going to be loaded tomorrow in a bit.